It's a 3-story building. First floor sleeping, second floor mess, third floor class. And you are not allowed to go out of that building for 2 years. It's like go up, study, eat, sleep. That is how they crack JEE. And after that, after 2 years of jail time, they come to this place and it's like freedom at last. How will they study? Why will they study? Why will they study?
The 3-episode documentary series Alma Matters Inside the IIT Dream showcases a quote often utilized for aspiring engineers that in India there are two types of engineers, one who is an IITian and the other who wish they were. I was extremely intrigued by the trailer of this series, so much so that I tuned in immediately when it was available. Is it practically possible to provide an in-depth analysis of the real experience of students in such prestigious universities with just 3 episodes? Definitely not. But does this series successfully give you a glimpse of their lives and break the notion that we have of the experience of students when they enter these pearly gates? 100%. The series, while being concise, tries to focus on several hurdles and realities that students from specifically IIT Kharagpur experience. What I thought was extremely important while I saw the series was to at least get an insight from graduates from institutes like IIT or BITS Pilani. The messages I read and the bittersweet memories that were communicated through blog posts made me realize that this series, especially for an alumni, is triggering in many ways. While it does take you down memory lane, the unapologetic portrayal of everyday experiences really does make them ponder over the memories that they have suppressed. A graduate from IIT Madras, Karthik, had posted on Twitter a statement that resonated with many engineers. He said that after watching the documentary, he realized a lot of those great memories were simply about him making the best use of a bad situation he was in. This statement itself rings the bell of many engineers that went through the trenches of some of the most competitive universities. I'll just present my opinion on the 3 episode and its structure, and finally whether it's worth your time or not. And do write down in the comments below your experience watching it and any personal anecdotes if you were a part of some of these renowned engineering institutes. The first episode, titled Independent Variables, is structured in 3 chapters. What I feel will resonate with most people while watching this series are the raw images that are showcased. The dingy hostel rooms, the various buildings and their purpose, the hall spirit and competition, the vast landscape that is IIT Kharagpur's campus. All of these images will make many people nostalgic, as these are staples one has walked past or gone through. A grim statistic is showcased to just give you a glimpse of the competition to get into these institutes. 1 million students each year dream of getting into IIT, and only 1% manage to get in. Let that sink in. The first episode of the series is probably its most effective. What the first few minutes of the series will also solidify is the fact on how engineering colleges that are showcased in films are nothing but a flowery image and nowhere close to the grim reality. The episode successfully captures the helplessness students feel, while all their life assuming that by getting into their dream universities, they will finally have some form of clarity of what they want. The series unapologetically breaks the notion people have of handsome packages being handed over to students from IIT. While it only represents a chosen few, the hollow but successful marketing of a guaranteed future in crores is quickly snatched away from you, as the students themselves call bullshit on it. The series is so truthful that it almost breaks your heart about the image that is still perceived by the general public of nothing but a promised future with many riches. The series provides a shocking commentary on the randomized process after students crack JEE. Several instances, you will listen to students talking about just being grateful to be in the institutes while working on core subjects that they weren't even interested in. It highlights the societal and familial pressure one feels. It showcases the detrimental effects of freedom just handed over to you after being in shackles for so long, only having one goal. It also reminded me of Jeetu Bhaiya's statement from Kota Factory about the lives of students in coaching institutes and its detrimental effects if they don't lead to a seat in IIT.
इस कच्ची उम्र में जब किसी चीज को इतने दिल से चाहते हो ना, फिर 2 ही चीजें होती हैं। अगर मिल गई तो सुकून है, चिल है, और नहीं मिला ना तो फिर मिलती है जेलेसी, चुभन, सेल्फ डाउट। भाई साहब, कॉन्फिडेंस गिर जाता है। फिर जितना दुनिया नहीं समझती ना, उतना आदमी खुद को लूजर समझने लगता है। फिर कितना से कितना अच्छा कॉलेज मिल जाए, अच्छा नहीं लगता। आईआईटी तो नहीं है ना,
The series accurately represents the toxic productivity echo chamber that is formed on campus, leading to a constant pressure of not being left behind. The loss of intimacy due to the sheer volume of students now also showcases why students go astray and seek for other interests in the pursuit of finding their own identity through the halls and various competitions among them. Something every engineering student will know what I'm talking about. Probably the weakest element of the episode is how the skewed sex ratio and the experience of women is communicated in the series. It somehow in the structure of storytelling seems like a token piece rather than something that really was fleshed out. More interviews of women and their experience would have provided a clearer picture of the hurdles they face while contesting for positions of power in a male-dominated institute. The series structurally is a bit random, so it may seem a bit jarring to you, as it quickly transitions to focus on placements and the pressure that comes with it. What is truly praiseworthy is how the alumni and the teachers also provide an honest portrayal of the evolution of such institutes, and how the intention to shape graduates to change the nation has quickly transitioned to become only having the safety of a salaried job. This reminded me of Naveen Polishetty's rant in Honest Engineers.
अरे जिस बच्चे ने अपने बाप को जलेबी तलते देखा है वो तो यही सोचेगा ना कि जिंदगी में पैसा ही सब कुछ है. I did not choose this engineering life, sir, and neither did this engineering life choose me. It was shoved down my throat by my teachers while my hands were tied to my back by my friends and my parents watched in silence.
What was heartwarming, however, and something that took me down memory lane is the camaraderie between students and working towards preparing one another so that they can land their respective interviews. What's refreshing is that the stories of these students is not told by actors, but the students themselves. So the statements are raw, unfiltered, and real. And this is what India really needs to see. This notion that everyone is aspiring to be in companies taking interviews for campus placements is quickly broken as student states that they are preparing for only what they want to hear. I don't want to be a software developer, one student says, while going for a Microsoft interview. The placement of a job holds precedent over anything else. A grim image is also provided of the significance of what is taught side by side with the changing market. And while all of this may really motivate you to watch this series, it is still nothing but a glimpse of their holistic experience in college. Through several moments in the series, you will notice students stating that I don't want this, but providing you the reality that this is the experience of so many students. The series may honestly bore you also. It may make you think that the focus group of this series is providing a tilted image of the institute. Sometimes sequences are long drawn out that necessarily don't have any consequences of why we tuned in the first place. The series isn't perfect, but it's compelling in many ways as it broke many of the stereotypes that I had myself established of these institutes. What took me down memory lane and something that I was always appreciative about is the cultural programs organized by these institutes. While I was in DU, I would perform in Mood Indigo in IIT Bombay and Oasis in BITS Pilani, and these were massive cultural events that would be organized by the students themselves. It used to blow my mind on how multifaceted and talented these student groups were. The series also provides a commentary on students who sadly succumb to the pressure, and trigger warning for anyone, but episode 3 explores the topic of suicide with great sensitivity, as the students themselves who shared the same halls and classes with those who departed empathize, understand, but reiterate importantly the need to keep going. Alma Matters is definitely worth your time if you're ready for what you signed up for. It is authentic, raw, and removes the rosy filter that is hidden many of the problems of our most prestigious institutes. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the series. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.